Hello children, welcome to the English class. Can you guess what the children are doing in the following pictures?
In the pictures, we can see two boys hugging each other or embracing each other. And the next picture, there are children playing with colors. In the third picture, Santa Claus has come to give gifts to the children.
Yes, you are right. The children were celebrating festivals. What festivals? Holi, Eid and Christmas, and they were very happy. As we discussed in the pictures that they are celebrating festivals, we are also reading a lesson which is related to festivals today, which is the festival of Eid. In Unit 1, it is the second section and it is written by Munshi Premchand. Let us start the lesson with the author's introduction. Who is the author, children? Yes, Munshi Premchand. Munshi Premchand was born on 31st July 1880 in Varanasi. He has written so many books. Some of his famous books are Eidgah, Gaban and Mansarovar. He died on 8th October 1936 at the age of 56.
This is the picture of Munshi Premchand. Munshi Premchand's real name was Dhanpat Rai Srivastava. He was an Indian writer famous for his modern Hindustani literature. He is one of the most celebrated writers of Indian subcontinent and is regarded as one of the foremost Hindi writers of the early 20th century. His novels include Godhan, Karmabhumi, Gaban, Mansarovar, Eidgah. He published his first collection of 5 short stories in 1907 in a book called Soze Watan. He began writing under the pen name Nawab Rai but changed it to Premchand. Munshi is a honorary prefix. He has been referred to as the Upanyas Samrat, emperor among novelists. Premchand is considered the first Hindi author. Premchand started taking interest in political affairs while at Kanpur. His political thoughts were initially influenced by the moderate Indian National Congress leader Gopal Krishna Gokhale. But later, he moved towards the more extremist Bal Gangadhar Tilak. He was also influenced by the teachings of Swami Vivekananda. Premchand wrote over 300 short stories and 14 movies, many essays, letters, plays, and translations. Many of the Premchand's works were translated into English and Russian after his death. Section 2. The Festival of Eid. Hamid, a 4-year-old boy, lives with his grandmother in a small village. It is festival time. Eid comes a full 30 days after Ramzan, and the whole village is agog with excitement. Preparations to go to the Eidgah are in full swing. The other boys have their fathers to take them to the Eidgah and their pockets bulge with coins to buy whatever they want. But poor Hamid has no father and just has 3 pice in his pocket. He sets out dressed in old clothes and barefoot with the other boys to the Eidgah, which is about 3 miles from the village. Read on to find out how little Hamid spent his 3 pice at the fair. Look at the meanings. Agog with excitement, very excited. Eidgah, an open space in front of the mosque. In full swing, having reached a very lively level. Pice, a former monetary unit or money of India.
In this lesson, we are going to read about a boy by name Hamid who was only 4 years old and he lives with his grandmother in a small village. And it is the festive time. Eid or Ramzan, which comes after 30 days of fasting, is being celebrated in the village and all the people were very excited. They were making preparation to go to the Eidgah or the mosque. All the other boys have their fathers and their pockets were full of money to go to the fair and buy something. On the other hand, Hamid was very poor. He had no father, so he had only 3 pice in his pocket. And he was dressed in old clothes and barefoot. That means he was not wearing any shoes on the foot. And how he spent the day of Eid at the fair will be read in this lesson.
At long last, the Eidgah comes into view. It is surrounded by palm trees and its cemented floor is covered with carpets. There are rows upon rows of worshippers stretching well beyond the courtyard of the mosque. Along with others, people from Hamid's village take their place in the back rows after washing their hands and feet. Wealth and status do not matter here. They all worship together, and it is a beautiful sight to watch hundreds of people praying together.
After making all the preparations, the villagers started moving towards the Eidgah, which was 3 miles away from the village. The Eidgah was surrounded by palm trees and its floor was covered with carpets. Already there were rows of people who were worshipping in the courtyard of the Eidgah. Even Hamid and the villagers also joined the back rows in the courtyard after washing hands and feet. Looking at the people of hundreds and hundreds in the rows worshipping the God is a beautiful sight.
The prayer is over. People meet and embrace each other as is customary. Then they descend on the sweet and toy vendors like an army moving to an assault. In this matter, the grown-up villager is no less eager than the boys. Look, here is a swing. Pay 1 pice and enjoy riding up to the heavens and then plummeting down to the earth. And here is a roundabout strung with wooden elephants, horses, and camels. Pay 1 pice and have 25 rounds of fun. Hamid's friends Mahmoud, Mohsin, and Noore and other boys mount on the horses and camels. Hamid watches them from a distance. All he has are 3 pice. He can't afford to part with a third of his treasure for a few rounds of fun. Here the meanings: customary, it is a rule. Then descend, come down, assault, attack, plummeting, falling quickly from a high level, roundabout, a revolving circular platform provided with wooden animal seats, etc., on which the people ride for amusement, that is, merry-go-round.
After finishing offering their prayers in the mosque, the people from Hamid's village and all other people also embraced each other as it was their custom to do so. After doing that, they came down to attack like an army on the sweet and toy stores. In the fair, there were so many things to play, like the swing, which was only for 1 paise. Then comes the merry-go-round. The person who was operating it was giving 25 rounds only for 1 paise. All Hamid's friends get on the merry-go-round after giving 1 paise to the operator. But as you know that Hamid was very poor, having only 3 pice in his pocket, did not get on the merry-go-round.
His friends dismount and run across to the row of toy shops. Mahmoud buys a soldier in khaki uniform and red turban with a rifle on his shoulder, ready for action. Mohsin buys a smiling water carrier, ready to sprinkle water on dusty roads. Noore acquires a lawyer. How impressive he looks, attired in a black gown with gold watch chain and a fat law book in his hand. All these toys cost 2 pice each, too expensive for Hamid. They are made of clay, he tells his friends. One fall and they'll break. But his eyes look at them hungrily and he wishes he could hold them in his hand for just a moment or two. But young boys are not givers, particularly when they have something new. Let us see the meanings. Dismount, get down. Water carrier, a person who carries water. Watch chain, a chain usually made of gold or silver attached to a pocket watch. Acquires means takes, attired means dressed.
All Hamid's friends get down from the merry-go-round. You can see in the picture on page number 22 the merry-go-round and the animals on which Hamid's friends were sitting, like horse and camel. Then after getting down, they go to the toy shops. Hamid's friends buy different toys, like Mahmoud buys a soldier. The soldier is with khaki uniform and red turban and he has a gun in the hand. Then Mohsin takes a water carrier who is ready to sprinkle water on the roads. Then Noor takes a lawyer. The lawyer was dressed in black gown with a golden chain in the pocket and then a fat law book in the hand. All these toys were too expensive for Hamid because he had only how many pies? 3 pies in his pocket. All these toys were for 2 pies, so he did not buy any toy. He told his friends that all the toys were made of clay and they can break if they fall. After all that, Hamid was a small boy, so he too wanted to have a toy. He asked his friends to give him their toys to hold in the hand for a minute or two. But as you know, all the children love their toys very much and they will not give for others even for playing for a minute or two.
After the toys, it is sweets. Someone buys sesame seeds candy, others gulab jamun or halwa. They smack their lips with relish. Only Hamid is left out. He looks with hungry eyes at the others. After the sweet vendors, there are a few hardware stores and shops of real and artificial jewelry. There is nothing to attract the boys' attention, so they go ahead. All of them except Hamid, who stopped to see a pile of tongs. It occurs to him that his granny does not have a pair of tongs. Each time she bakes chapatis, the iron plate burns her hands. If he were to buy a pair of tongs, she would be very pleased. She would never burn her fingers. It would be a useful thing to have in the house. What use are toys? They are a waste of money. You can have some fun with them, but only for a short time. Then you forget all about them.
After buying the toys, all the children go to the sweet shops. In the sweet shops, all Hamid's friends buy candy, gulab jamun or halwa. After that, the boys see the shops of hardware, that is, the shops which sell utensils that are used in the kitchen, and jewelry shops. As the children were very small, they were not interested in these shops, so they move forward. But Hamid stops near the hardware shops as he sees a pair of tongs. And after seeing the pair of tongs, Hamid remembers his grandmother, who always burned her hands whenever she was making rotis on the iron tawa. Her hands used to burn. Then he thinks that instead of buying the toys, if he buys a pair of tongs, they will be useful for his grandmother. He thinks that toys, children get bored from the toys and they were waste of money. So he decides to buy a pair of tongs which were useful in the house. Thank you, children. We will continue the remaining part of the lesson, the festival of Eid, in the second part.